of Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by the 1890 Initiative. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Thursday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. You already knew what happened, but the TV outside, it is on the British Open. Not the Open Championship. They want to call it that. It's still the British Open to those who respect golf and how it's always been called.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's
Commentary right out of the gate.
That's
How about that?
right. That's right.
Man.
The British Open is what it's called and what it should always be called, not the Open Championship.
Hey, Jake, that was interesting. So they try to call it the Open Championship.
That's what it's officially called right now, is the Open Championship. But for those who have watched golf for a long time, you guys have been, you haven't watched a ton of golf, but it's the British Open more than I have. But it's always been called the British Open, not the Open Championship.
Correct.
See, Bill understands.
I do understand.
His first comment was this morning, "What's the weather like over there?" Because it's always nasty. I see no rain yet, but wind
It
and
looks pretty nice.
as you would assume, not a sight of sun at all. It's always cloudy and miserable over
There's
there.
no sunscreen needed.
Somebody's pretty spicy today.
It's a little spiced up.
I love that shirt.
Just a straight black
Yeah.
shirt.
I
Black
love
polo.
that shirt. Yeah.
Okay.
Goes
It's a
with your
good-looking
car.
shirt.
Goes with your car.
There's been a breach.
What kind of breed?
Breach in security. Ben's pulled a fast one on us, which we
Yeah.
are unaware of. Ben's been listening to Song of the Day. Remember when he made the
Yeah.
statement?
Yeah.
When he made the
This is
statement,
not
it's
good
not
for
very
Ben.
good today.
Mhm.
We found out today, not so fast, Seabass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so fast. So today,
We would call the secret security, but I don't think they can get to the bottom of it. So we might have to handle this on our own.
handle this on our own. All of a sudden, I'm in there this morning. All of a sudden, the song comes on. Well, Ben's been listening to this song, so when he made the prognosis that I don't think it's going to be very good today, it had
He's
been
known.
it had been previewed.
He's
And then-
denying. He's
and-
denying,
and then-
denying.
And once the song started playing, and then Jake's
I
like,
said,
whoa,
"No,
whoa,
what
whoa,
are you doing?"
What are you doing? You know what he did right away? What do you think he did? The youth
I
would
don't
do.
know.
Went right to start looking at his phone. He started looking at his phone. He started thumbing through Twitter.
Which
Were you-
Bill then
Ben
said,
is-
"What?" You said, "What, Tim?" At that point, are
I
you a?
Are you an on-call heart surgeon? If you're not, I don't think you need to be on your phone right
Nope,
now.
nope.
We have a problem going
We have
with
a
Song of the
security
Day.
breach.
Security breach. So
Now,
This is sacred
here's the
ground,
deal. There's
Bennett.
times where I have dubbed in the song of the day before, and sometimes Ben is actually here. He comes in the afternoons for a quick hour to do some stuff, and he's heard it then. This morning I dubbed it in, and I had the volume down intentionally on the speakers so you couldn't hear
Hear
it.
it.
I knew what I was doing, and I looked back, and Ben, I see Bill in there. I said, no, I don't want Bill to hear this. And Ben pipes it up. I said, no!
he pumped up
I said,
the
doing?
volume.
And he said, I wanted to hear the song. I said,
yeah.
That's the point of song of the day. You don't hear it until it plays, Ben.
That's a breach.
That's a breach. It's been, and I'll never get over it. I'll never
The
get
trust factor
the
has
trust
died
factor
with
has
young
went
Ben.
away.
Benjamin.
7 Mile. Bennett.
Benjamin, you're going to have to work to get our trust back.
Yes.
Now, that's got to start.
Not only did he
that's gotta
listen
start
to it,
right
he,
now.
he turned it up.
He
also.
cranked it up.
That's got to start right now.
Mhm.
Okay? Right this
You
minute.
got to get your trust back.
Yeah.
The trust back in you, young Ben.
Oh, man. I wasn't ready for
There's
that.
a breach.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for
I
that.
looked back and said, what are you doing? Keep the volume down.
And then
I know what I'm
I
doing.
thought this was going to be more lighthearted.
Then I didn't know what to do either because I don't want to hear Song of the Day
Right,
because
I
I love when,
Now, yes. Now you
Yeah.
know it. Don't.
I mean, when
think
Fat Bottom Girl started,
Okay.
like,
Yeah,
if
he
I
had no idea.
what if I had known that ahead of time?
No fun.
No fun. No fun zone.
Hey, don't. Oh, God. That I did
I
not
know.
expect that.
There has been a breach is indeed a
That's
correct
kind
thing.
of a.
Yeah.
Young Ben,
Ben, you're fine. I'm kidding. You're fine. No, you're not fine. You got to be. You got to be.
gotta be better.
Yeah, you got to be better.
Be better.
I told you, and I did say the words to you. Song of the day is sacred. I
It
said
is.
that.
It is sacred.
I said that to you just like 2 days ago. We've bonded over the Columbus connection, and I said that
Suburbs versus city.
you're both suburbs.
and why it matters
So
today
sick.
more is that Rick Heyman's not with us today. He's gone. So it's my song today. And so now
Yes.
Bill, has an idea what that is, and
Don't.
Ben knows what it is. Just
I can't name the song.
Okay.
It was just.
I hope you forget it by that point.
It was loud. It kind of. I can't name the song.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
This was a lot to deal with.
Now,
the other thing we have to deal with that Bill didn't know about, we got tickets yesterday on our cars. I did. I got a ticket. Now there's serious stress now.
Well, here's the problem. I'm calling the city out in this one. Now, hear me. You understand why? RAF got a ticket also. They're not supposed to start checking those until 8:30.
It was 8:27.
Yeah.
Is that 8:30? Is that 8:27?
It's 8:27.
I'm pretty sure the sign says 8:30 to 6 on there. If it's 8 to 6, it's my bad. I thought it was 8:30 to 6. So if there is a ticket prior to 8:30, you have a case against the city on that.
And we will take this to court.
Yes.
We will go. This will go to the highest.
We'll take this as far as we need to take.
As far as you take it, we're going to go.
Well, I want to check that post, make sure it says 8:30, because if it's 8:30, you are clear.
This could be a chance.
That should be an invalid ticket if it's 8:27 and an 8:30 zone.
This is a chance for young Ben to get some trust back during the break. If he goes out and checks the meter, what's the time say on it? Yesterday I honked at Ben, scared him pretty good, didn't I, Ben? You're getting in your car and I laid on the horn.
I heard it.
Just scared the crap out of him.
I heard it. I heard you do it. I was amazed by it.
Now, on a serious note, Sip, you made an important trip to the dentist yesterday, and it sounds like a miracle has happened.
No, it's not a miracle.
It sounds like a miracle to me.
It's really not. I've told you all along, and we've had this conversation for 8 years. I am a very intent brusher. I mean, I think about what I'm brushing, what I need.
How long
to
do you brush for?
I don't know, twice a day. First, I usually go. I have my own system. I don't want to get into. Nobody cares about
with hot water.
No, let's go through hygiene in general.
That's important.
Bill recommended a dentist to me, Sartori, Peter Sartori, and it was a fabulous experience. I don't mind saying it; it's fine. I mean, he's not giving me any kickback, but it was. I hadn't been to the dentist for 50 years, 48 years.
50 years.
But I would tell you it was not I would say not only was it not a bad experience, I would call it a good experience. It was really, they handle everything well. It was comfortable. Anissa was the helper.
Did you stay in jeans?
I made a very good decision on the jeans.
What was that?
I
still wear them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good
Was
move.
there any comment on the
There
jeans?
was.
There people?
There was breakers in the building.
Was there?
Yeah, there's breakers in the building.
Wow.
He asked me what kind of jeans I had on.
These are my dentist jeans.
Yeah, but I was glad I wore them. I felt a lot more comfortable with the jeans on, and that it was just what I envisioned. You're sitting back, and
so you knew what a dentist's office looked like in your mind.
Yeah,
nice.
But no one was looking at you from the other side. We're to be concerned about the jeans versus shorts
situation.
Not
necessarily, but I was interested. They let me keep my cap on too. But anyway, no cavities. I have a wisdom tooth issue, so he's gonna pull a wisdom tooth out. After probably the three or 4 weeks.
Should do all 4 of them at one time. Just go through.
Well, I got 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna pull all 3, but over a period of a year. But he's got to get the troublesome one out.
That's 3 visits in a year for you.
Yeah.
After 0.
But he said once we get these wisdom teeth out, you're good probably for the rest of your life. We just got. Yeah. He said you have extremely strong teeth, no cavities. He says it's a bit of a marvel, but he said some people just have good. They just get lucky genetically. I told you all along, Jake. I'd never had any problems. Like I never had any pain.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to have pain to have a cavity. It can just appear sometimes without pain. Now,
okay.
Obviously, it's a good sign there's a cavity if there's pain, but it's not always pain.
Colgate fights that.
Colgate, and not Crest for Steve Sipple. That's the secret to 48 years plus of no cavities.
I thought you used close-up.
I did back in the day when it was.
Oh yeah, you saw some close-up.
It was like it was a different kind of gel.
It was a gel, and it was the kissing toothpaste.
Gel.
Yeah,
and I don't think it did anything good for your teeth.
If you have, I don't think so either. If you have a date, get some close-up. Hang on, I'll whip in here and get some close-up quick. That was a great.
I don't think they have it anymore.
I don't think they do either. What a brand it was.
You know what? I don't think they have close-up.
The best thing going now is that the toothpaste. In better times, it's returned to the tube. Remember, for a while they had the pump.
Yeah.
And then when the pump,
The pump's
if
no
if
good.
there'd be some left, you couldn't get it out. That was it. The miracle of the tube is there's always one more brush.
Gosh dang
How
it.
many times did you have your toothbrush down and you lay that flat and you'd work it and
Or
work
how-
it and work
or
it?
how
Oh,
often
yeah.
do you cut it open?
Cut it open. You dry
Cut
everything.
it open. Yeah, I've
You got
cut it
down-
open.
cut it, you get down to the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
You can't do that with the tube. But guess what? Tube's gone. You don't see that anymore.
No, the tube's still
Tube's
with
here.
Tube's with us. It's the what do you call that other thing they had? The pump.
The pump. I mean, yeah,
Pump
that's
is-
what I
the
meant.
pump
Yeah,
is
the pump.
gone,
Yeah, the
yeah.
pump
The
is gone.
Pump is
That
gone.
was Aquafresh, I think, started with the
God,
pump.
that's a bad idea. Yeah,
The
you're all
tube
right
is-
though. Better Times.
That's better times.
Yeah, Better Times is still with us though.
Yeah.
Colgate has not changed anything. It's like Coke or Dr. Pepper. It's the same.
I have my toothpaste. I'm bottom up. I have a plan with my
Yeah, so is
toothpaste.
Tricks.
My wife has no plan. Squeezes,
I'm like Laura.
She squeezes right from the middle.
I'm like Laura.
Just, you go in,
Oh,
just
boy.
squeezes right
Yeah.
from the middle.
Oh, I'm
ruined
just
it off
like
the
Laura.
bat.
Tricks is always
Yeah.
from the bottom.
Yeah, work
And
it. Yeah.
And if you use that, it's trouble.
Yeah. Better times.
8.6 on this conversation.
8 points. Thanks.
What's
Thanks,
that,
Ben.
Ben, what is 8 to 6? Oh, 8
on
to
the,
6.
so I'm wrong. I've been wrong for years on the situations. 8
I will have to
6,
be
not
leaving.
8:30.
I will have to be leaving the show early
Yeah, so
from
good.
now on. So
no
So
Jake,
much for the spillover.
so much for this. Jake.
No
Also, there's no more. Yeah, the game show needs to start a lot earlier.
There were 2 men out there yesterday writing tickets right outside the tickets.
So they came after us personally. They're like going. They're like.
That was
like
personal.
That was personal. Those guys. Oh, they're really funny. Those guys from 6 to 8. Those guys think they're really jovial on the radio.
Let's see what they got.
Let's see what they got now.
Let's dance.
I've received.
Yeah, let's dance.
I've received a picture in the text line from Thunder, not Collins, on the text line. It's a picture. Is this it? With close up, a purple container with a little red in there. It says cinnamon blast, close up, fresh breath, fights bad breath while gently whitening.
I don't remember
Close up.
cinnamon blast, but
No, I
It's
don't-
right there.
yeah, I don't
I'm
remember
still
that.
seeing
Yeah,
it.
that- it's
Potentially, it might still be
possible.
with us.
I'm glad we
Close-up.
got into this toothpaste discussion.
cinnamon blast. No, close up was a gel, and you could get
Yeah.
red or green.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. The red was the main one. That was the
That was when it was hot.
Those things are
Gonna
going
get
down.
hot.
Things are going down. Where you guys going? Going to Chesterfields?
Where we're
Down the
not
basement.
going.
He's cracking himself up. Easy. Hi, Ben's here.
Ben, sorry.
Played song of the day for me this morning. It's 5:45.
You saw me.
Hey, Bill, you want to hear this quick? Let me turn it up for you.
I'm
disappointing.
I'm sitting in here, and they're over there. I said, I can hear. Like, no,
I
put
hear
it down.
I hear the voice. I heard Jake did.
Yeah.
No,
That's what I
no,
said. That's exactly
Ben.
what I did, Ben. I know what I'm doing here.
That's a lot. I'm
Keep
glad-
the volume down.
That's a lot, Ben.
Unbelievable.
Ben, we're like parents that
The
are
best
just
part.
aghast
The best
right
part was the whole thing was Ben has been listening and then going like, I don't know so much about the song today. A little average.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, yeah, it is average. Ben's been. Oh, he's a psychic.
Cheating.
Yeah,
He's
he's a
cheating
psychic.
over there.
No, he's
now.
not.
a psychic.
He's not a psychic.
No.
He just
Been
gets in
listening to the
early.
songs.
He just gets in early.
Ben,
God, 7
Cheater.
Mile Ben.
Come on, man.
we're like parents that are aghast right now. We have to deal with this now.
Mm-hmm. You
Now
do.
we have something to deal with.
There's just certain things with your kids. You're kind of like, yeah, whatever. Okay. I remember that when I was a kid. I thought all of a sudden you hit one.
Not
You
this.
hit one of these, like, sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down.
And then you got to talk to the wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a take for
Ben.
you, Sip,
What?
on the situation with the dentist. Someone
Mhm.
says, don't mess around with 3 visits. Do it all at one time. A third of the downtime, a third of the pain. Why go through that 3 times?
I
Because it's
mentioned that.
insurance purposes.
Okay.
I mean, you get it all covered if you do it over time.
I also told him, I said, do it on a Friday.
Yeah.
Do it on a Friday. Get through the weekend. Tell you, it's kind of like the.
He said that too, by the way.
Did he?
The doc.
Peter's really sharp. He's yeah, I probably.
Sartori's sharp, dude.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I could imagine him doing like Tony Soprano's teeth.
Yeah, he would be. Yeah, he would definitely.
He's a dude.
He would work well with the mafia.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a
Yes.
dude, Jake. I mean, if you're going,
Yeah.
I mean, the best way I can say it is it was not, you always think, oh, I got to go to the dentist. It's going to be horrible. There's nothing horrible about it. I mean, it was sort of interesting.
Let me tell you this one. I go to see the dentist because I've having some work done back here. So and Peter's
Where back where?
back here. So Peter's the one helping me. Guess the last time that Peter saw me?
A year ago.
No, he had me come in on July 4th. The 4th of July.
Really?
4th of July. He met me. He met me and my daughter Olivia, and he was in golf clothes because he was going golfing. Him and his son. But he still had said, "Why don't you guys just swing in on July 4th? Nothing's open. They're going golfing. It's July 4th."
Wow.
He came in. That's what he does. That's what he come.
He's a dude.
Yeah.
Sartori's good. Excellent. I mean, A for the experience. A plus. And it wasn't even. They took X-rays. It was interesting. The most interesting. They X-rayed every tooth. You know, they X-ray.
Well, and it's been 48 years. I hope
Yeah,
so.
it's time.
At that point. Yeah.
There's a lot of X-rays
Did
going
you do the
on.
360?
Nah.
Yeah, but there's a 360 one you stand in and you put your chin
No.
on that and it whips
That's
around
a
your
good
whole
one.
head.
That's a good one.
That's a cool one.
Yep.
Yeah. Ask for it next time.
Yeah, it was a fascinating thing.
No cavities for 48 plus years for Steve Sipple.
Mhm.
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
It was welcome. I told Bill, and Bill, again, credit to Bill for setting me up with Dr. Sartori. I was playing out all the doomsday scenarios in my head yesterday morning.
What was the worst thing that you had?
Dentures.
Going all the way to dentures.
Hold
New
all your
teeth.
teeth.
Yeah, they're gonna all go out. They find some infection rare in my gums, and all the teeth are gonna have to go out, and I'll just have dentures. No, he said if we pull
That
the-
is doomsday.
yeah, it was doom.
Would
That
be.
was doomsday, or doomsday would be you have to pull some front teeth, and you have to just go with that for a while.
That's one of my dreams. Hey, you don't have the recurring dream? One of my recurring dreams is I've got that my front teeth are loose.
Yeah,
And they're going to come out. It's a weird dream. True story. That's really weird. You wake up, you're happy. You're going, oh, I got my teeth. That's cool. So if I had a buzz near tomorrow morning, didn't have any teeth, it'd be like,
bad.
be weird.
Be bad.
Be super weird.
It happens to people.
Yeah.
Last thing, this is on the same topic. Doug on YouTube. Yeah, I'm reading the YouTube chat right now.
Mhm.
Wow, YouTube, you haven't done that.
I haven't done it for a while. Doug says, I was in Jamaica in 2000 for MTV spring break when my dental appointment came up. When I went to reschedule, the dentist had retired. I have not been to a dentist since. No issues at all.
Whoa. So, I wonder how many years.
I'd like to hear
that
more
was.
about
That's
the spring.
2000.
I'd like to hear more about the MTV
Yeah, how'd they
spring
go to
break.
Jamaica?
How was that? I
That
don't
sounds
hear more.
awesome.
That sounds
You
incredible.
need some close up.
Sounds like can we still get close up?
We buy them as tours.
All right, what do we got here?
That's Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Please
Oh.
call or text Andrew at 402-440-6297 for all your lawn care needs this summer and fall. Was he in the garage this morning,
Yep,
Bill?
doing burpees.
Burpees.
He does 30
Morning
burpees.
workout.
He does 30 burpees before he goes out and hits it. You know what kind of shape he's in.
He's
You've
in
seen
good
him.
He's in shape.
He's
yeah.
in great shape
He's
like that. He's
doing
got 7
burpees.
kids. He's doing burpees in the in there. We're going to install. I'm going to. Laura talked about it. She goes, let's just put a little stove and a little kitchenette in there, in the garage, so he has something to work with. Like if he wants to make some cinnamon rolls in the morning or something.
Or in case gets kicked out by his wife.
Right.
Yeah,
Gotta have a
stay over
backup
there.
spot. It's
Be
important.
nice to have a
Wow,
backup.
kitchenette.
Yeah, it'd be kind of. So we're talking about that. Andrew, I'll
Laura.
get back to you. Laura's on that.
Laura, kind.
Very kind.
Kind-hearted.
Very kind.
Ben, you just sit there and be quiet.
Yeah, Ben,
You lost your privileges.
Ben, you're
today.
going to have a long. If you think that rallied you back, just saying 6 to 8.
That
yeah,
was good, though.
That's good.
Yeah,
It's a
thanks for
start.
that. But
That was a start.
Mm.
8 to 6 on the tickets, Jake.
Yep.
We'll have to talk about the spillover.
okay, well, we'll talk. Or I'll just give you a dollar to go fill the meter. You can do that. What works.
I have change.
Okay, well, that works too.
Yeah.
We'll get to some SEC
you know what? That's what I'm
Media Days here in a little bit. But before that, I was reading a list of most indispensable Huskers
Yes.
going through the offseason as we get closer to fall camp. And 24/7 Sports says 3 of their top 5 most indispensable Huskers are
Yes.
on the either offensive or defensive line. Now, this show, thanks to Bill's coining the phrase "mass kicks ass," we
Mass kicks ass.
we understand how important the trenches are to win in college football.
Mhm.
So I would ask to the listeners and you guys in terms of your thoughts on this upcoming season. How does Nebraska stack up right now in the trenches on both sides?
I mean, obviously 24/7 Sports thinks well. I think well. Do you know who they are? I know Ben Hart.
Ben Hart would be in the top 5.
Right. We know that.
Nash Hutmacher on the defensive side.
Did they list him or do we know?
They have not listed him. He'll be in the top 5. So
Okay.
he's at least 4th or better.
So I was thinking this out last night. The good news is it's not really easy to determine a third. Like I don't know who that third would be. I mean, it's good news because it could be one of a few people. Ty Robinson's
an option.
I mean, it could be Teddy.
I believe they had Jamari Butler at number 5
It could be
on their list.
Jamari Butler. It could be Ben Scott. It could be all those guys. It's interesting that if they would go to Jamari Butler
At 5th. Saw him.
Yeah, that's smart. That would be the right play, but most people don't make the right play. Jamari Butler doesn't get enough credit, but he should be in that top 5. So yeah, they're good. They're situated well up front. They're not great up front. They're good. I mean, see, Ben's looking down. He's disappointed. I said that. Ben, they don't. They don't. I don't know that they have an all-American, like a Sue and a Crick. You know, that's great. Those players are great players. They have good ones. It'd be nice, maybe one of those guys ascends. You know, Bill would tell you players aren't static. Sometimes they get worse. Sometimes they get way better. So maybe one of those guys will get way better, right?
The thing that stands out about all those names, like Ben Scott would be the only one that's been here for a year, but the rest of them have been here a long time.
Right.
Old dudes.
Yeah, long time.
Old.
You know all their names. It's not like, well, it's a new guy. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Good
Those
point.
guys are all veteran dudes, and that also is an advantage.
Yeah,
it's a huge advantage.
Yeah, pretty much across. I mean, if you just look across the board, Teddy's. I mean, we call him Teddy. You don't even have to say Prohaska.
Teddy.
Yeah, it's just Teddy. So what's that tell you? He's been here a long time. Ben Scott's an old guy. Ben Hart has started 41 games. The next start he makes, he'll set the record for most starts by a Nebraska offensive lineman. And some of that's COVID, you know, he gets an extra year and all that crap. But he has started 41 games. And now Mazuka, veteran players, he has started at Florida and Baylor. Don't know if he'll be a starting guard, but he's got a great chance. Now Justin Evans doesn't have a ton of experience, but I think he started 4 or 5 games. But yeah, it's a veteran line, and up front on defense is kind of the same thing. You have a bunch of, I mean, when you trot out Robinson, Huntmacher, and Jamari Butler, it's really good looking line.
Good looking, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, they're good in the trenches. I'd like to see them be great. I want to see what greatness looks like again.
Is that possible this year or not?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, those guys got to go to another level. You know, another level for Jamari Butler would be going from 5.5 sacks, which he had last year. How about 10? You get 10, that's greatness.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's you're making a bigger difference. 5.5 is good. It led the team, but it's not, you know, it's not eye-popping. I mean, we forgot what it looks like, I think, Jake. I think you forgot what greatness looks like.
Did.
Remember Randy Gregory?
I do. He was
Remember
very good.
13 sacks?
Could have been a first-round pick.
What'd that look like? It was incredible to watch.
Yeah,
Randy was incredible to watch. And Bill would tell you.
Am I going to push back?
I don't think so. Yeah, when you have a guy like Randy Gregory, the offensive, they have to slant their blocking toward that guy. It opens up things for everybody else. Malik Collins could be great. He had greatness at times. Malik was a great player at times. I don't know if there's a Malik Collins on that team. How many years has Malik played in the NFL? He's made $1 zillion.
10, I think.
Yeah, he's made $1 zillion because he was a great player. Now, is there somebody on there that 10 years from now we're going to say is still playing in the NFL? I don't know. There might be. It would be somebody that has to take his game to another level, though.
You haven't heard much conversation about guys who were impressive in their first years in Cam Lenhart and Principal Uman Yellen.
I think Lenhart, I would expect more from Lenhart right now than Principal. Principal's good. I mean, he's really twitchy. And so is Lenhart. But Lenhart, I think I'd expect more from Lenhart right now. That's just a prediction based on what I've heard. Principal's good, though. I mean, but he's not a lineman. He's more, he's a linebacker now. I mean, it gets confusing. It's really confusing sometimes because they move guys around so much. I find in the media that we always do that thing where we try to project it too deep, you know, and it's harder these days because the guys don't play static positions as much. In the secondary, it's a little harder, you know. Now they have the jack linebacker, and you think Prince Will, is he a lineman? Not really. He's a jack now, you know. So but he'll come up to the line of scrimmage a lot. Am I getting this right?
Yeah, you're right.
Bam, bam,
Sports.
football. So yeah, that's that. No, but they're good up front. They're good up front.
Yeah, for many years he's had people have complained about the offensive line just not being good enough.
Well, it hasn't
like
been good
you said,
enough.
though, they have a lot of starts, a lot of experience coming back, and they were better last year. Felt like.
I mean, I'd just like to see greatness. You know, I'd like to see greatness. I don't know if I don't. We'll see if we see that. We haven't seen it in so long that I swear to God, I think you have forgot. You know, I mean, you're a little younger, and I was just blessed to cover them when they were freaky. Bill was coaching there. They were freaky when they had Wiegert and Sty and Jake. I mean, it was, come on, man. I mean, it was Alabama. It was Georgia. And that's what you hope that it can get back to. I don't know. We'll see. Those guys, I'd love to see Nash and Robinson and Jamari all take a step up. And if they all do, okay, now it could get really interesting, you know. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I mean, you saw Cam Jurgens go in the second round, 2 years ago?
Yeah, Jurgens is a guy that got better and better.
He did, but it hasn't been enough guys on the offensive line just getting drafted, even being NFL level players for many years. Jurgens is one example of a guy that was, though.
Starting center.
Yeah.
Right now.
And he got better and he got better and better. You know, he kept getting, but he's probably still getting better. And that's what it has to happen. Guys keep getting better. Bill has coached them for years. They do. I think we do this thing in the media where we see a guy and say, you know, this is what he's got. Then you don't leave open the possibility that no, that's not that he could have there's a lot more there, right?
Developmental is way more on it's at every position, but way more. It's like, you know, like offensive lineman comes in, true fresh like that. Should be ready to go, right? Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. In the Big Ten, gonna go play up front, offense or defense.
Good God.
That's a lot, especially when you're putting hands on people every snap. It's a lot, especially when you play inside defensively compared to on the edge.
You coach there. You coach there. You coached at those other places too. They're grown men at Wisconsin. Like they got kids. I mean, they got houses and kids, and they know what to do. You know,
a lot of large human beings.
Oh, yeah.
LSU.
Yeah. So you throw Grant Bricks out there? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it takes a real special one to do that.
When I was at LSU, our offensive line won the Joe Moore Award for the total overall. I think Michigan's won it twice. I'd been national championship year 2019.
They won the Joe Moore Award?
Yeah, they had dudes all the way across.
What'd that look like?
It was pretty. When they came out, it was kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Plus, they were great guys. Yeah, it was awesome to get a chance to be around them.
Watch Michigan's line, more so 2 seasons ago. But when they came out, you're like, okay, now that's not going to be easy to deal with.
No.
They were rugged. Yeah, I didn't know that about LSU. They won the Joe Moore Award that year, and you had Joe Burrow, and you had those receivers.
Chase
that's why.
Jefferson.
That's why. That's why. What's the score at halftime against Oklahoma in the semifinal?
We had 49.
I remember I was at a Denver Nuggets game. I was at a Denver Nuggets game, and people were texting me like, "What's going on with LSU and Oklahoma?" It was making a huge impact. Like I was just sitting in a Nuggets game, and random people were texting me about the game you were coaching in. They had 49 at halftime. 49 at halftime
in a playoff game
against Oklahoma.
Against Oklahoma.
You had the Jamar Chase won the Biletnikoff, and Justin Jefferson could have won the Biletnikoff. The two guys, they both
embarrassed.
They should have split it. Joe won the Heisman. We had the Joe Moore Award winner, and then a first-round running back.
You should be embarrassed.
You know what it's like going against him every day defensively?
Great.
You know what it's like? It's great. We're going to scrimmage. Awesome.
Can't wait.
This is awesome.
Lock those guys down.
Lock them down. Hey, cover them. Just remember the other guy was Terrence Marshall. He was a second-round draft pick. He was a second-round draft pick. Second-round draft pick.
You're defending that every day.
I can't wait to scrimmage. It'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
So happy about this.
Coach O looking at you. Get him stopped, Bill.
I'm trying.
I guess I didn't know that line was a Joe Moore Award winner.
Yes.
Dude, on top of all that,
who was the main dude? Can you say?
Probably Lloyd Cushenberry.
Okay. By the way,
I think Lloyd's still with. I think he's still with the Broncos.
That's
I believe.
Yep, center.
Yeah. Wow. But there was a lot. There was dudes.
Wow. So Jake, I like that list though, and I like the fact they got Jamari in the top 5,
number 5.
And so you're saying that It's Ben Hart, Nash, and Jamari.
Yes. Those are the guys in the top 5.
That's the right.
So before we get to break, Sip, you deserve a wonderful breakfast because you had no cavities from
Syrup.
the dentist.
Get as much
Yeah,
syrup
you should
as you
load up
want.
on sugar and everything.
Do it. Give me the powdered sugar
Syrup.
French. Get some syrup.
You know where you can go for that?
Hot syrup.
How about Early Bird, 19th and K?
Early bird gets the
Pancake.
hash hole.
I'll get to that.
He's
I'll get to
dismayed.
that. 19th and K, Sip. That's where you go for your feast this
19th
morning
and
for your.
Do a feast.
Yeah, it's a feast today.
Especially once we get that ticket overturned, you'll have some extra money.
Yep.
Yes.
It's causing me
Breakfast,
stress.
breakfast burritos, French toast, chicken fried steak,
Smothered.
smothered chicken fried steak. Also, cinnamon roll pancakes and hash holes.
Ooh, changed it up a little
I did.
bit. today.
Yeah,
You went quicker.
I did.
I-
Hash holes.
I like the
like the extended one.
I like the England
Siren,
siren.
policeman,
Policeman.
police
Wah,
car.
wah.
Hash hole.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Also, brunch cocktails. You can celebrate your no cavities with a brunch cocktail. Also,
That'd be good.
19th and K. All 6 locations: 3 in Omaha, 1 in Lincoln, also a couple in Iowa. It's the best place to eat breakfast, brunch, or lunch in the
Number one
Midwest.
breakfast place in Lincoln's taking it over, and there could be possible. There's word of expansion. This thing's could be going national.
I will say I'm fascinated by it.
Did
It's
McDonald's start with 200 McDonald's?
No.
How many they start with?
I don't
One McDonald's. Absolutely.
Early bird.
Yeah.
Early
That could
bird.
catch on.
Yes. I could
19th
catch
and
on.
K open every single day, 7 days a week, 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. and on massive amount of parking for free.
How about that?
No
Free.
tickets for their parking.
How about
No.
that?
Imagine sitting there going like, huh, sit here all day. You
I
know
might have
why?
to take a little nap after
Got
breakfast.
free parking right outside.
Car nap after breakfast.
That's right. Early bird, 19th and K. When we come back, Greg Sankey still talking. What do you say now? That's next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bure's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bure's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium, Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today. Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Hey, neighbor.
Nate, there's a fully inflated hot air balloon in your backyard.
I know. Isn't it great?
But why? You can't keep it there. The homeowners association will go crazy.
Oh, I'm not going to keep it up there. I'm going to fly it over the Nebraska football game on Saturday to get the best seat in the house.
Nate, you don't have to do that. Just enter the Nebraska Lottery's Lotto America Ticket Snap promotion. Until August 5th, buy a Lotto America ticket with the All-Star bonus and enter the voucher number online for a chance to win Nebraska football Skybox season tickets, an incredible football and volleyball weekend experience, or regular football season tickets.
Well, that is a better way to get a great view.
Yeah, one other question. Why is the balloon in the shape of a giant volleyball? You were going to fly over a football game.
It's the only decent thing the rental place had left. It was either this, a hockey puck, a banana, or a giant poodle. Even I have my standards.
Lotto America top prize odds, 1 in 26 million.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The Electrical Workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Summer is here, and it's time for Acres postseason planter parts sale. Save big on all in-stock John Deere planter parts. Get an automatic 10% off on your purchase, or get 15% off when you spend $5,000 or more. Buy over $10,000 and get a whopping 20% off. Visit your local Acres location today and stock up on planter parts and save thousands. Hurry, this sale ends July 31st or while supplies last. Acres, solutions for every field.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl, Jordan, with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Let's talk commitment. And what better way to do that than with some shiny, sparkly jewelry? Am I right? Now, I'm not suggesting you have to rush, but if you're considering making a significant move, do your planning. We offer financing and payment plans. Lock down your selection with confidence. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ben is just digging himself a hole he can't get out of today. He said, talked about song of the day. Said he doesn't like chocolate.
The breach.
Bill attacked him on that. I mean, come on.
I don't eat fudge. What kind of life are we living?
Come on,
No,
Ben.
he's fine.
Figure it out over there, Ben.
He's his own person.
Segment 2, always sponsored by our friends at Beck's Hybrids. Are you needing a new tractor or side-by-side to elevate your operation? Maybe a boat or golf simulator when you want to relax a little bit. Beck's Commitment Rewards program offers huge savings and interest-free financing on all these items and more. To learn more about the rewards program, go to beckshybrids.com. And remember the 3 F's: faith, family, and farming.
Did some confirmation on the live photo of Sonny. And it went down in Minnesota. That's where it happened. Okay. That's where the photo was. So he's whisking around the Midwest. And you need a little different seed up in Minnesota. It's a shorter growing season. So Sonny has delved into that. He's went into that really hard. Shorter growing season. So you have to have a different type of, not a low bred, hybrid.
Different hybrid.
Different kind of hybrid seed. And Sonny's doing that. He's running that from Indiana. He's handling that. He's coming out. He's flying out in the G5 for your day out at in New York at the Elks Club. No pressure there. Imagine talking in front of Sonny. I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah, I might be backing out of this one.
Getting scared over here.
No pressure. There's food trucks.
Yeah, I'll be there.
There's food trucks. It's
your name is on a flyer.
Sponsored by Bex. Like Bex is doing everything. And also right now that they are just walking around the state flexing. Just look at look at our crops and look at their crops. It's look at this. Look at this.
They're in other states, so there's several other states involved.
Yes.
Or do they go into Kansas? I wonder.
I would assume yes.
Yes, they're
Midwest.
in Kansas. Anything in the Midwest.
Iowa.
Illinois.
So I wonder
Iowa.
If the growing season is a little different than Illinois and Kansas.
Probably a little bit. I don't know if the hybrid's different. Trevor, please respond on that so we know.
I bet parts of Illinois, like the southern part.
The southern tip.
Yeah.
Yes, you're talking about that. The southern tip of Illinois.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Bill's becoming
an ag expert.
I'm ag. I do ag.
I would not say expert.
Just does it.
Say beginning stages of learning. It's impressive.
I'm taking it very serious.
He's
taking
an
it very
connoisseur.
serious.
How about that connoisseur?
Yes, I'm driving out to Kearney tonight for a speaking engagement, and I will be checking out the crops as I drive.
Please do.
You are working
Please report
hard.
back.
So, is this a late night?
This will be a late night, but I won't be home till late.
So, but tomorrow you're all in on the show.
I'll be back on
You'll
the show.
be tired, but you can do it.
I'll be right back in. Yes.
Eat some steak fat and whip it out.
Whip it out the window.
Absolutely. Thanks to BexHybrids.com.
And what are you going to listen to? I'm interested. What will you be listening to on the way back? Talk radio or music?
SEC Media Days. I'll listen to SEC Media Days on the way back. Yes.
The final day.
Yes.
Of Media Days. Speaking of that, I don't have the audio of this. I got a couple quotes from this.
Good quotes.
Matt, I saw this via Matt Hayes. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey. He was at the podium on Monday, but he wasn't done talking yet.
He came back.
He came back to radio. He was on 10:10 a.m. in Jacksonville, Florida yesterday. And says, quote, Georgia was one of the best 4 teams in the nation and did not get in the playoff, but you didn't see us jumping up and down and complaining and hanging national championship banners, end quote. A not so subtle shot at Florida State. Greg Sankey.
You know you're a powerful commissioner when you comment on other teams in other leagues.
Yes.
And get away with it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even look bad. And I
read that again, Jake.
Yeah, here it was. This is from Greg Sankey. He says, quote, Georgia was one of the best 4 teams in the nation and did not get in the playoff, but you didn't see us jumping up and down and complaining and hanging national championship banners for them.
Direct shot at the Noles, which I totally, and I expressed this to you guys. I think it largely fell on deaf ears. Georgia was snubbed and responded like a championship program. Florida State was snubbed and didn't respond like a championship program in any way. Now, there was a lot of apologists for Florida State, which I still don't understand. But they didn't respond. Georgia responded. They won 63-3, hammered them. That's what championship program does.
That's right.
They don't say, oh, God, well, we got screwed. We won the regular season. We are undefeated.
There's the whiny voice. There's the whiny voice.
I love the whiny voice. I like the whiny voice.
God almighty, it bothered me. It bothered me a lot. Oh, God dang, we were down to our 3rd quarterback.
Keep whining.
I mean, that always angered me because Pelini got no slack when he was down to Kellogg. From you. You didn't get any slack from you, Jake. But you would say Florida State's down to their 3rd guy, Sip. What do you expect? I mean, come on. I never want to hear a Nebraska fan take up for Florida State in that way because they don't take up for any coach here when they're down to number 3. Right? They don't. Just saying.
Maybe they will now. Maybe people learned their lessons and that was just saying
I doubt
possibly.
Why does Florida State get such a why did they get that grace?
When you
have 3 good quarterbacks
in the history of college football, there's been nothing. TCU getting bumped out of the playoffs when they were clearly probably should have been in. They were they 2nd?
Yeah,
and won, and we got bumped out.
Yep.
Yeah,
and so that was a lot different. But nothing compares to Georgia to lose one game on a neutral site and go from 1 to 6. They went from 1 to 6.
Lost Alabama
on a neutral site.
close too, right? Was it close?
Yeah, it was like a 20. It was like a 24.
They lost by 3. I
Well,
thought.
it was, I don't know.
Lost
was
by
it,
3. I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah, and nobody
that's
took up for Georgia.
No one. There's like, everyone's kind of like, well, you know, Georgia. I think they're a pretty good team too. Yeah, no kidding. They were number one. They're number one. Lost by 3 in neutral. The year before, TCU lost in the Big 12 championship game and still got in.
You're right.
In a Big 12 team got in. Yep. A Big 12 team got in.
And now I want to make something clear. Florida State got snubbed. They did. They were undefeated in the ACC. Now, the ACC wasn't very good last year, but they did. It was a snub. I'm talking about the response to the snub.
Yes.
Not good. No, the snub was bad, and I understand why they'd be disappointed. But the response, I don't understand.
You go back and watch, I don't have the exact numbers for Georgia last year, but probably one of the most impressive thing that Saban has done was when his team was not in the national championship game, or whatever it was. No one opted out.
No
one opted in.
They went and hammered Kansas State.
Yeah, like,
remember?
We're not opting out.
No,
we're gonna go play.
That's a championship program.
Yeah, that's like that. Just tells you, just like this place just screams doing things the right way.
Championship program. See, I lost respect for Norvell's program. All those guys opting out and saying they're getting ready for the NFL, not playing, losing 63-3. It's not a good look. It's a terrible look. It's not a bad look. It's a horrible look. And the grace they were shown perplexes me to this day. You got to show up and play.
What was the whiny voice Marty you're talking about here?
No,
your brother.
No. Marty'd probably be disappointed with this commentary, but no, I don't think
when you look at teams on how they handle it, the same thing happened. It was part of the demise of Dan Mullen. Was when we beat him in the shoe throw.
Okay, wait a second. What year?
What about 2020 or 21?
Oh, the shoe throw game.
The shoe throw
COVID.
game.
That was COVID.
Yep, and they still have this. They're still in the SEC championship game, and they take Alabama to the wire, like 44-39, something of that nature. Great game. And then everyone opted out. Mullen even said afterwards, that's not even our team. Our team played their last game in the SEC championship game because this wasn't our team, and they got crushed in the bowl game. And so that a year later they were gone. A year later,
gone.
The staff was gone.
Now, Bill, I don't know. There's a part of me that I do feel bad for a coach like that when all his players are leaving him, and you got to still go play.
Yeah, I do feel bad for him. But it comes back to just like across the board. It was like the players ran the locker room. Like, what do you mean opting out? Get in here. What are you doing? Yeah. We don't do that.
I know. Well, you know my feeling on it. I don't know how you combat it except for culture.
It's just impressive. Yeah. Just impressive. When you see it, you're like going, that's impressive. Georgia loses, and they're just like, in dismay. They went from 1-6 and said they just got everybody together, and they went and put 63 points on Florida State.
Jackhammered them.
Yeah.
And you're right about Alabama. And that was when they beat Kansas State. Jake, was that 2 years ago, or was that the COVID year? What year was that when they beat Kansas State in the Sugar Bowl?
A couple years ago, 3 years ago, maybe. I don't know.
2 or 3 years ago.
Same type of circumstance, though. They had a disappointing end to the season, but didn't just cave in, go palms up. They went and hammered Kansas State. Now, Kansas State had a pretty good first half, but then Alabama flexed.
It did.
Big flex. I love that game. I was fascinated by the game.
It was a tight game in the first quarter, and they pulled away.
Yeah. Kansas State was badly outmanned. Yeah. I mean, badly outmanned, Bill. It was badly outmanned. You saw the SEC.
But that comment is really that's because there's been all this conversation of Florida State's going to find a way to get out, and they're heading to the SEC.
It's a bad.
It didn't sound like it from the quote from Sankey on that one.
Because Sankey's a dude.
Yeah.
He's a dude.
He has a lot of power. He has a lot of
and he didn't like
for
that
a good reason.
He didn't like that Florida State look. He didn't like that look. He doesn't like this look of them being a disruptive partner, of actively turning their backs on their conference brethren while they're in the conference, just obsessed with getting out. Those guys don't like that. I mean, this is a rough week for Florida State.
When you mentioned, what do you say it 17 times? We have 16.
Yeah.
We have 16. We love 16. 16 is the ideal number. We have 16. They have a 4-day media days, 4 days, and they can roll out 2 of the most elite. Think about this yesterday of this group that just wanted to let's get 4 up for today. Let's go get Alabama and grab Texas. Then we'll throw Florida in there and then Kentucky. I mean,
How's that sound?
That's
Pretty
the
good.
teams that you're talking to. Every day they get to roll out at least 2 of elite. Big Ten's going to roll out maybe 4.
Yeah.
Ohio State, Oregon,
Penn State.
Michigan, Penn State.
Penn State.
That's you can say, oh
Not
yeah, well
the
that's
same.
big or this is big.
No.
They have 18 teams,
not
and
the
it's
same.
not the same.
It's
Not the same top to bottom.
People, I know Nebraska
Yeah.
fans not going to like to hear that, but it's true.
Right now, I mean, there was a time when it was where it was the biggest name going for a great stretch of time.
Yeah.
You go back and think, lost on the missed field goal, won 2 in a row, upset in the Big 12 championship game, came back and won. So there was a 5-year run where they were just inches away.
Mm-hmm.
It was inches away from 5.
That's true. That's true. Now Big Ten, by the way, no Harbaugh, which is going to be a huge void. Huge void.
I don't know if there's anything that's
Who fills that
disheveling.
void?
It's just depressing.
It is
Who
depressing.
fills that
Depressing.
void?
Yeah, because that was talking about fun.
Yeah.
Talking about an interview you couldn't wait to hear. Oh,
When he walked in, everything
It
changed.
did, yeah.
The void will not be filled.
It will not. When we come back, song of the day on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL Weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies and light southeast winds. See an afternoon high around 83. Tonight, mostly clear and calm, with a low around 62. And tomorrow, probably sunny, but showers and storms arrive in the afternoon. See a high around 85. I'm meteorologist Kyle Hucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Husker fans, get ready for another thrilling season at Hibner Stadium with the reigning Big Ten champion Nebraska soccer team. Season tickets for the 2024 season are on sale now. Don't miss your chance to support the Huskers as they go head-to-head with some of the top teams in the country, including Oklahoma State, Penn State, and Duke. Get your tickets today at huskers.com/tickets or call 1-800-8-BIG-RED. Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries. Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today.
Hey, neighbor.
Nate, there's a fully inflated hot air balloon in your backyard.
I know. Isn't it great?
But why? You can't keep it there. The homeowners association will go crazy.
Oh, I'm not going to keep it up there. I'm going to fly it over the Nebraska football game on Saturday to get the best seat in the house.
Nate, you don't have to do that. Just enter the Nebraska Lottery's Lotto America Ticket Snap promotion. Until August 5th, buy a Lotto America ticket with the All-Star bonus and enter the voucher number online for a chance to win Nebraska football Skybox season tickets, an incredible football and volleyball weekend experience, or regular football season tickets.
Well, that is a better way to get a great view.
Yeah, one other question. Why is the balloon in the shape of a giant volleyball? You were going to fly over a football game.
It's the only decent thing the rental place had left. It was either this, a hockey puck, a banana, or a giant poodle. Even I have my standards.
Lotto America Top Prize Odds, 1 in 26 million.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
HealthLink is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. HealthLink provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacement snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a HealthLink subscription. Find your missing link with HealthLink today on the southeast corner of 70th and Pioneers or by phone at 402-858-9356.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
but you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
He stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, your song of the day from 1984, not the 70s, not the 90s, but
play a little more, you'll get to
1984.
the
Yeah,
end.
play it all. High on You.
Heyman
He
played the whole
Survivor. Yeah, Heyman's out today, so I'm filling in for him today.
Push those levers up one more time, it'll play the entire song, Jay.
464-568-51 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
Impossible not to like it. You can
weren't-
try.
You weren't singing, though.
You can try not to like it. You can say it's corny or hokey or whatever, but it's hard not to like it. There's Bella. God bless her. Talking to myself, running in the heat. What a line. Running in the heat. I got to get in shape, I guess. I really like it. It's kind of a cross between 38 Special and Asia.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
a little
not
bit
a
like
bad
that. Not
take there.
bad.
I like that.
It's kind of
Kind
a
of
cross.
kind of a Rick Springfield wannabe.
Yeah. And
Those
that,
are all pretty
yeah.
good descriptions right there.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. I do. I always liked it. I'd never turn it off. I'd never turned it off. I would never turn it off. I go flat 9.
Cool.
9.0. I like it. I just love the sound of it.
I'd turn it off. I'd walk to a different bar. I wouldn't.
Seriously?
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Bill, what is the why?
It's a 194.
Why?
This doesn't. No, it's
That's
just
the biggest
no.
despair we've ever had
Yeah,
on a
it's a
song.
194. Nothing. There's not one good thing about that song. It's probably why it caught me off when I heard it. The song that
I gave it a
couldn't
9.
recognize
You gave it a 2.
Was that
You
no
gave less than 2?
Less than a 2. 194. Yeah. Ah.
I'm surprised by both scores, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought it would be like a 7.
There's nothing enjoyable about that.
I've always liked.
I've never questioned you more in my life. It's like that. It's like something happened in that dentist's office that I don't know what happened. Peter knocked something loose.
Bill, I liked that song when I was 21.
No
20,
chance.
what year was it?
84.
84. What a great year that was.
It's a great year. I'll give you that.
Wow,
But
there's a
wow,
lot
of all
more.
the songs you could have picked from 84, the way to give 9s, that's a 1. I give it a 176.
I don't
Well, he's
get
going
it.
lower. It's 194 to
I'm lowering it. It's
176.
getting
You're in
worse.
a good mood too.
I was in a good mood. I was happy. We had the breach, and I still dealt with it. Like that, Ben's caused a lot of strife.
That is a good song.
Stick with your 9, Sip. Keep it strong.
It's a
I'm going to say Ben's gonna like it. He's going to be like a 7.9 to an 8.1. Bella, as you hear it like that, Bella's going to be an 8.2.
See what you got. Bella, 6.0.
6.0.
And young Ben is a 7.4.
7.4.
So pretty good read on that.
Yeah. Love that song. Love it. Always have. Never would turn it off.
Please bring Heyman back. Please, Rick Heyman, stand up. Mark yourself safe.
He didn't tell me why. He just said I'm out this weekend.
Mark yourself
Tuesday,
safe.
So
He's probably
been a little hard.
He's probably bass fishing.
He might be
out on the pontoon.
Some ratings here: Bill and Bennett 7.1, Jennifer 7, Hubby 7.8. So high scores in the early going. Kent 8.8, 7.5 from somebody else, unnamed texture.
Unnamed.
Rod's 8.5. Who would have closed? Just a 1 from Bird.
Oh,
so
you and
now he's
Bird.
going
Yeah,
with
you and
Bill.
Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Bird know.
Now,
Bird.
1 is pretty common score for Bird. He's tough on these songs. Bill's not using the 1s.
No.
Rarely.
Yeah.
Mike and Dalton, a 5. Eric says, could you do worse, Jake? I'm not sure you could have 0.7 on that
Yeah,
one.
see, thank you.
Joe and Boulder, 6.5. 7.9 from East Lincoln West. Corey and Lincoln.
Oh, is Corey with us?
You know what's his score?
His low.
2.
Yeah, it's low.
He's a 4 is pretty high for him. He's
It's
at a
not too
4. It's
bad.
pretty high for Corey.
No.
Scooter and Roca says lame, 2.9.
Scooter would know. I mean, Scooter would know.
I'm just shocked by this, but I'm shocked by Bill's score. I don't understand.
Sanderson, 8.2. Classic song.
Classic.
Sanderson.
Yeah.
Classic. Don't
Bill, that is a
take
classic.
It's not a classic.
Just a 100%
It's not a
classic.
classic. It's not.
From the 80s. Staple. It's a staple song.
By the way, yesterday, I didn't see that Sanderson said he has a horseshoe pit in his backyard. He wants to take us on in the horseshoe
No,
competition.
I wouldn't want to take
in
him on.
West Bank.
If you have your own, no, I wouldn't take you on. I'd like to play, but
Bud Heavy.
Yeah.
We're drinking Bud Heavy if we do it.
Downtown Scott
Yeah.
says 2.2. What was that?
Oh, come on,
Question
Downtown
mark.
Scott.
Yeah.
What do you mean, what was that?
Yeah.
If you grew up in the 80s, you couldn't help but hear it.
Earworm, you'd say.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Not for Bill. For you, an earworm.
Talking to myself, running in the heat.
Not a bad line. I'm not going to just,
Yeah, you were in love. You might have ran in the heat to get your body right.
Might have, yeah. I think I've told you before, the most incredible movies ever is Body Heat, the movie Body Heat.
Really?
Oh, yeah, from the 80s.
Is that right?
Oh, it's a mystery of it's like one of those, the ending is like, whoa, what
Okay.
just happened?
I've heard of the movie.
Body Heat.
From YouTube, the conservative Husker says, I would write and send a formal request to cease and desist from ever hearing that song ever again.
Yes, see,
Oh, for God's
this is
sake.
strong.
That's too far.
Who said
This is
that?
the conservative Husker.
Where did you get that song, by the way?
I like that song. It's on my playlist, probably.
Playlist?
Just
My
running through the playlist.
playlist.
I got an
That's on your
Apple.
playlist.
Yeah, it's a good song.
It is a really good song.
I give it an 8.
In fact, I appreciate you playing.
You're welcome.
I love that little genre, Asia. Like
That's Survivor. That
yeah,
was
I know,
Survivor.
but Asia was good. But
I'd love Asia. Yes, but that was Survivor.
It sounded like them, I guess, in that one.
38 Special was back then.
Hold on loosely.
Yeah, Survivor had another good song.
Yeah, of course. Eye of the Tiger is their big one.
Yeah.
That's their biggest song. Before we get to the top of the hour, I saw this again. Going back to SEC Media Days.
This was amazing.
You pointed out, Bill, again, that Texas and Alabama were the marquee teams. Of course, it's a great day for the SEC.
This is amazing.
We also heard from Mississippi State, Jeff Lebby, the new head coach there. Now, they're projected to have a down year. I don't know if we realize that they have like nothing returning. They've got 2 starters in total back.
Defense.
0 on offense and 2 on defense. They have no returning offensive starters at Mississippi State this upcoming season.
Right.
That's a tough start.
That's tough.
They, interestingly, they have Blake Shapen, that's the quarterback.
Yep.
He comes from Baylor. Nebraska tried him. I don't think it got very far, but he was on that. If you guys think back to the winter, he was on that initial list of guys. Nebraska visited him. I mean, I called Blake Shapen, but he's their guy. And nice? I think, he was really nice. Good. And but he was, I bet you Lebby was in his ear. I mean, Lebby was the Oklahoma offensive coordinator.
Yes.
You're aware of him. You probably squared off against him.
I'm trying to think back if we did. I don't know if I ever have. He's done a tremendous job. He's from his father-in-law is Art Briles.
Well, there you go.
Well, hello.
Name drop there.
Yes.
This is why we pay you.
Thank you.
His father-in-law is Art Briles.
Correct.
So football dude. Lebby is an offensive coach, but you're right. This is what Lebby says. It's the climate of college football. We're talking about our starting quarterback. 3 of the 5 offensive line. This is from the portal. Starting quarterback from the portal. 3 of the 5 starting offensive linemen from the portal. 2 receivers starting from the portal. The starting running back is from the portal. On the defensive side, they'll have 3 portal starters. So add it up. That's a lot of portal, but it has to be.
Jake, could you go to the schedule? Which is always my most intriguing part of everything. And Lebby also was with, he was one of the original ones with Lane Kiffin.
He was Lane's first offensive coordinator.
Then he went to Oklahoma from there.
Yeah, Lebby was Lane's first offensive coordinator. Yeah, and then he went to Oklahoma and had a lot of success. By the way, Mississippi State last year 1-7 in the SEC with 4 losses by at least 3 touchdowns. And doomsday for the coach was Zach Arnett.
Replacing the late Leach, of course.
1 year.
Yeah, 1 year. Doomsday was a 51-10 loss to Jimba.
I don't mind their non-con. Their non-con is it's doable. Eastern Kentucky off the bat. Arizona State in the road, who's not a great team in the Big 12
pick
now.
last.
And Toledo, who lost their quarterback to the portal. He lost another, first-round draft pick, the cornerback. They lost some pieces of that team. Then conference play, Florida, at Texas, that's rough. At Texas and at Georgia back-to-back weeks.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Now,
that's the 2 teams that Saban picked to be in the national championship game.
No, wait a second.
There is a
bye
week.
They
got a bye week in there. So Texas bye week, then at Georgia.
I don't care.
I don't care. Give them 2 bye weeks.
Yeah.
Then they host Texas A&M. They host Arkansas. They host UMass. At Tennessee. Host Missouri, and then they're at Ole Miss.
That's real rough.
Really rough.
Really rough.
Look at
the road games.
Yeah, they play at Tennessee, at Ole Miss, at Georgia, at Texas, at Arizona State.
It's gonna get weird.
Arizona State will be a very tough game for them. It will be a tough game. For Arizona State. They're in year 2. Yes, they're not picked very well at that, but just mark that down. That will be a very good game. Very good game. U of A, that'll be a very good game. Just trust me. That'll be. I think University of Arizona took them They went to overtime with them last year in Mississippi State, I believe. Anyway, that's going to be a very good game. That's a tough job. It's a cool place to play. The cowbells, the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
It's really a Mississippi State's a very, very unique place to play. Tough job right now, just because in the same state. Lane's got it going on at Ole Miss.
And
the Grove. Yeah. That schedule, but give them credit now. This is where the pushback is on that they should have to play. Everyone's saying that everyone should be playing 9 conference games.
Yeah,
because their 4 conference games is UMass, Eastern Kentucky,
Toledo,
Arizona State, Toledo.
Well,
so they've scheduled themselves in theory. It's 4.
They should get 4.
You always have to remember that when you look at teams, you've got to look at their wins. When someone says, "Well, not a bad year, went 6-6," and it's like, hang on, you beat 4 awful teams. Who'd you beat?
Right.
Who did you beat?
And who'd you lose to? I mean,
yeah, I mean, if you lose to, but if you're,
but I get what you're saying.
If you have to have some quality wins somewhere, as things get going.
You're right.
Sometimes people just look at the total record. Let's say they go, hey, you know what? First year wasn't all bad. You know, like that went 4-8, not a bad deal. That's like, hang on now, you won these 4.
Yeah.
What the other? That's not good.
It's
enough.
misleading.
Yeah.
2 returning starters.
Zach Arnett was the coach last year, and they were horrible offensively in the hundreds across the board. I mean, he followed Leach and took the offense into the ground.
Well, they changed everything.
Changed everything. Exactly right.
Will Rogers is now at Washington, I believe.
Yeah, Will Rogers was.
He was told they were running the same offense,
and then
that didn't.
They diverged.
Yeah, didn't take place, and that had to be a bad locker room.
Listen to us talking about Mississippi State football.
That's right. Cowbells.
Jeff Levy.
Yeah.
That's a game you'd love to go to. People say, want to go someplace? Go there.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of your liberty in pursuit of your justice for those that have been injured. My name is Matt Knight, attorney with Liberty Law Group. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call 877-42-LIBERTY. Our relentless trial attorneys are committed to the highest quality legal representation. At Liberty Law Group, we will fight for you. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Once again, that's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Travis with Midwest Bank, now with 2 branches conveniently serving Lincoln and 8 other locations across Nebraska. We're here to help you with any of your needs. From opening a checking account to buying a home or financing your business, our staff is here for you. Stop in and you might see Shin Daddy himself. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank, member FDIC.
Summer is here, and it's time for Acres postseason planter parts sale. Save big on all in-stock John Deere planter parts. Get an automatic 10% off on your purchase, or get 15% off when you spend $5,000 or more. Buy over $10,000 and get a whopping 20% off. Visit your local Acres location today and stock up on planter parts and save thousands. Hurry, this sale ends July 31st or while supplies last. Acres, solutions for every field.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in July. Try any of their delicious breakfast burritos or sandwiches for a great summer breakfast with the family. And don't forget, 10% of all Caramel Latte sales go to the Pediatric Cancer Action Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe. HealthLink is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. HealthLink provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacement snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a HealthLink subscription. Find your missing link with HealthLink today on the southeast corner of 70th and Pioneers or by phone at 402-858-9356. You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com. Serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies and light southeast winds. See an afternoon high around 83. Tonight, mostly clear and calm, with a low around 62. And tomorrow, probably sunny, but showers and storms arrive in the afternoon. See a high around 85. I'm meteorologist Kyle Pucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line, here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Join us each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon for Youth Football 101 with Tank Perry of the Nebraska Red Wolves of 7-on-7 football. The future of the sport depends on the foundation set at a young age. Hear those stories and more each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Thursday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane, also at 70th and Pioneers. And what is going on with Steve Schindler today in Creighton, Bill?
Pool party. Pool party. No way. 5 to 7 tonight. 5 to 7 tonight.
Ooh.
Midwest Bank is sponsoring a pool party at the local pool. Shin Daddy will be there in swim trunks. He will be there, and he is participating in the water. He will be. It's a big deal for the pool party. There's going to be Ultimate Minnow. Ultimate Minnow. So Minnow's the game you play, because in case you guys didn't know this,
I didn't know.
I lifeguarded at the Creighton pool right when I graduated from Wesleyan.
Turn right there.
Before I went to the University of Tennessee to grad school. Yes, I've already
How'd that
told
go for you?
I
Like that?
don't even told you I went to Tennessee for grad school.
Lifeguard Bill over here.
Yes,
Dropped two huge nuggets on us right there. He's a lifeguard.
I lifeguarded.
Did you have white on your?
No.
Did you wear white on your nose?
We're still back in the day of like there was no such thing as sunscreen. It was the best. What are you going to put on? Baby oil. That's what you need.
Did you ever save anybody?
Never had to make a save. Never had to make a save, but I was aware of what was going on. So the ultimate minnow game is you play it in the deep end. And there's people out in the middle. There's one or two people out there, and you have to swim underwater, one end to the other. And then if you go down and you get a hold of them, and you basically choke them out. It's not real safe like that. And then a person, and then if you get them, then they're in the middle too. So it's like all of a sudden at the end there might be one or two left, and there's like 12 people out there in the middle floating away from that, and you got to take off the back fence. And the fence is kind of that chain link fence. You almost come off the third rope. You kind of get some momentum in the fence. Then you'd rocket yourself towards the deep end and go down all the way to the bottom. And you try to grab the gutter. Remember the gutter at the bottom of the pool? Try to grab that to launch off of or to push off of to get to the other side. And people would come up.
This is not good.
People would come up gasping for air. Yes, gasping for air and swallowing water, and there'd be a lot of this. Ultimate minnow.
It doesn't sound particularly fun.
No, I kind of agree with Sid on that.
Well,
like maybe you're trying to prove a point.
My youngest nephew, Bo Schindler, had a situation, and he no longer went. It's like I'm done with that. Yeah. But there also was a theory. So you would dive in, and then you'd go towards the end of the pool, and you'd rock it off that side because you want to use your leg strength. So ultimate minnow. That's not as lifeguard.
Did you have fun in that game?
What's that?
Did you play it?
I got in it. I
bet you did.
Darn right I did.
Did you sit on a high chair?
Yes, we did.
You did?
Tell you what,
just one summer?
Guess what else we had?
What?
High board.
Oh, did you?
I was walking when I was in Creighton there, Daisy, and my parents a while back, and I was walking Sugar, and I walked by, and I thought there was obviously like the manager was out walking right about noon like that, and I walked up and I said, "He used to work here." I talked about it. I go, there used to be a high board. She goes, I've heard that.
Glory days.
Yeah, it was called Better Times back then, too, by the way.
He still has a quarterback, too.
You might have heard my name.
Bill.
Grab me a berry pepper quick. Anyway, pool day.
I was a QB.
It wasn't even in Creighton. I was in Pender.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
true. Yeah, that's true. You get your talents.
I've got the pictures. I'll send them to you. All conference.
All conference. I think you should have played quarterback at Wesley, and you just picked the wrong position, maybe.
I don't know. Like I said, it fit me.
Did you have
good.
a gun?
What's that?
Did you have a gun?
It was a cannon.
You could make all the throws.
If I could have operated out of the shotgun, I would have been quite the
You had
show.
one put you in the gun?
We're under center. We're under center most of the time.
Ron. Ron.
Hey, that's old school, man. That's good. Better football.
Ultimate minnow.
Ultimate minnow. Thanks to Midwest Banks for sponsoring hour 2. Quick update. I've got some texts wanting some scores real quick. On the
Please.
Open. Can I give that?
Oh, did you?
I can show them to
Did
you.
Seth text you?
No,
Yeah,
Seth didn't text me. Mostly of the disappointment so far. Bryson DeChambeau, the U.S. Open champion, +6 through 12 today. 6 over par through 12.
Okay.
Justin Thomas on top at 3 under par. That's a surprise. He's a
Where's
big name.
Rory?
Rory is 3 over par through 10 holes. Also with Victor Hovland at 3 over par, through 10. Will Zalatoris +4, big name there. Max Homa +5. So some bad scores.
Wait, you glance over your shoulder. There's no moisture. It doesn't look like
No
there's
rain.
that high of winds.
No
It doesn't
rain.
look crazy.
Just tough conditions in terms of scoring right now. But windy. It's windy. It's not raining. Not very high scores in the Open at Royal Troon. Saw this article yesterday,
Really
and
good
I
one.
thought I'd bring up a topic on the show. 464-5685. Call or text as always. There was an article from CBS Sports about Oklahoma saying they believe they can still rise to the top in the SEC. And maybe ask the question, which team moving conferences this year is most likely to fall into oblivion this year or soon? Is Oklahoma a contender for that?
Oblivion?
Yeah.
No,
No.
Oklahoma always finds a way.
But now-
They will not go into oblivion. It'll be struggle to get going at that, but not oblivion. No.
Oklahoma. Are you sure?
Ooh,
No, if I'm not
Oklahoma returns. They return nobody up front. I mean, offensive line is gone. Dylan Gabriel's gone. 2 coordinators gone. Venables is 16-10 in 2 years, 7 losses by a touchdown or less. I think they're in trouble. I think it's a 500 type.
I think they'll be better than that. But
A little better than 500?
A little better than 500.
Okay,
But
I'll give you that.
But I don't think they're going to oblivion.
It just depends how you define oblivion.
Well, is this a 1-year oblivion, or the team that they just all of a sudden they were dominant in their league and now they drop off?
They were dominant.
Because when I look
They were dominant.
When I look at oblivion, the 2 teams that have the biggest chance of being oblivion would be UCLA and USC in the Big Ten. I think
UCLA's already in
They're
oblivion.
kind of already there, yeah.
And so I could see them all of a sudden being like, "Whoa, what's going on at UCLA?"
I don't think that Oklahoma would experience that sort of fall, like UCLA type fall. I don't think.
They always figure it out. Oklahoma figures it out.
First year of Venables was rough, sub 500. They went 10-3 last year, but they lost 3 of their last 6. You're more confident in Venables and Oklahoma than I am. That's what this conversation's telling me. I think it's shaky.
I think that this year will be shaky, but I think Oklahoma. I think they have. I believe that the athletic director is just too well put together.
Joe Castiglione.
So I don't see them being a failure. I don't see that happening.
Boy, there was a great quote, I thought, from the Oklahoma
From CDC?
From the Oklahoma safety, Billy Bowman Jr. He said the SEC has different type of feel to it in the trenches. It does. The SEC has a different type of, that's an Oklahoma safety, a very astute Oklahoma safety.
I think Texas is going to, I know that the people are, I think even Coach Saban picked him as to be in the championship game. I think they're going to have the same thing. I think they're going to have 3 losses. I think it's going to be tough because just Texas.
Really?
I think it's going to be hard for them. I mean, they're non-conference. They play Michigan. Well, maybe you beat Michigan, but what does that game do to you?
Mm-hmm.
You get beat up a little bit.
You do.
Here's what it is also emotionally. You have to get yourself ready to go play in Ann Arbor. That's a big game. So then you have to get ready to play Georgia at home. You have to get ready to play all these games.
Mm-hmm.
They have to play they have to play A&M.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of games that they've not been used to that.
Mm-hmm.
The Big 12's not that.
No.
It was just like, hey, what do you got? Well, we got TCU, then we got to go to Baylor, then Texas Tech's coming in.
I'm close.
It's not even close. Well, we got to go to Colorado.
It's not close.
That's not the same.
Venables, to his credit, knows that. I mean, he said everything is hard in the SEC. The windows that you run through are hard. I don't know what he means by that. The windows that you run through are hard. The gaps that you run through are small. There's length, there's physicality, there's depth, there's speed, there's precision, and then you go experience what a real game brings to you. You're not looking at half-filled stadiums. You're looking at the best of the best. He knows what he's getting into.
Yeah.
Every week is rough. He said you have 7 red rivalry games.
Oof.
I mean, that's what it is. And that's, yeah. I think Texas is much better equipped than Oklahoma. I mean, just what I said. Think about replacing your entire offensive line and no Dylan Gabriel.
It's a lot. No,
they have a 5-star. They have some fancy.
When I was thinking Oblivion, though, I was thinking about a team that just all of a sudden 5 years from now, you're going like, boy,
no,
you guys were this in the Big 12, and now you guys aren't even talked about.
It's funny though. It's happened at Oklahoma. They went to Oblivion
2 years. Well, before
John
John
Blake,
Blake, yeah.
Gary Gibbs,
yeah.
Howard Schnellenberger. They went to Oblivion. It was Oblivion. They were awful under Blake. I mean, remember when they came in here? I mean, I think Tom put 60 some on them, right? Was that Tom or was that Frank?
What year was it?
Still Tom. It had to be.
I think it was Tom.
Yeah. But Oklahoma has faded out. I remembered it. I remember it because I was a kid and I was freaked out by it. I used to read the Daily Oklahoman all the time because I was freaked out when it started going south under Gary Gibbs, and then it went way south under John Blake. And then Schnellenberger, I think Schnellenberger was only there for a year or two.
It was very short.
Yeah.
Very short stay.
And then it got back. And then they turned it around.
If I had my choice and someone said, what could you change? Turn back time and just like Oklahoma, even like do it right now. Let's go back to triple option, go back to the wishbone. It was something to watch. Oh, talk about artistic.
We could talk about for an hour.
I could go 4. I could go 4 hours of what that looked like. Trying to stop.
They would fumble 9 times and beat you by 30. They would.
Kenny King at fullback.
Jake, they dropped the ball every other play.
Jamel Holloway, Thomas Lott. Oh God!
And they still pounded you.
Oh, they were. It was
Kenny
something.
King.
It was something to watch.
Who's the running backs? They had Peacock,
Elvis Peacock. They had their
Billy.
How about this one?
Billy
Sims.
Yeah, Billy Sims told that tells a good story. And I don't know who the other running backs were, but they were all sitting in the locker room, and they were talking about how did he get you here? And Billy Sims said, well, Barry Switzer told me I was going to win the Heisman. He goes, he told that to me too. And the other guy said, he told that to me. But yeah, that's they were something.
In terms of the Big Ten now, we agree UCLA kind of already is in oblivion. They're not going to probably get out of that anytime.
Who is?
UCLA.
They're not pretty really, much, right?
I think
they weren't terrible last year.
They're probably in the toughest scenario they're
in a kind of oblivion.
They have a very tough. I think people say what's really hard, and I still think Miami's really, really hard because they don't have any fans at their games.
I know.
Eventually, you have to. That's got to be something to have fans at your games. There are some pictures of Miami games last year. There was literally like 4,000 to 5,000 people at a game. There's no one there. UCLA in the Rose Bowl, they draw like 20,000.
We got to be careful with this UCLA talk because Bruins fans are going to go, wait a second, we're in oblivion. Where are you?
So
where's Nebraska?
But and the only reason, like I said, the wouldn't say pushback, but they're correct as far as record.
Right.
But still, 96,000 people will be there.
Yeah.
And also UCLA, very difficult school academically.
Mhm.
Very difficult. And then their NIL, I just guarantee, is nothing even remotely close.
No,
to a lot
remember
of
I was
places.
quoting that? It was
And no one knows it for sure. Like, what do you actually have? I don't know.
No, it was low.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like $1 million. $1 million. I know it was about $1 million because I remember reading it going, God, they couldn't afford Dylan Raiola. They couldn't bring him, they couldn't court him because they have $1 million. They had $1 million or less in their NIL fund. It was 880,000. Bill, it was an athletic. It was a story in the athletic.
Their head coach left. He left being the head coach of a Big Ten team to go be a coordinator. Now he knew Ryan Day. They worked together. All those things.
But
still, that's a lot to say. Hey, I'm no longer gonna run my own show. I'm gonna go have somebody tell me when I can go home.
The heat was on him.
What's that?
He
was on.
The heat was on, but still,
kind of.
Yeah. But we have to be careful with that oblivion talk with UCLA because
we're
not exactly out of the.
They're
woods
not in
Nebraska.
oblivion right now. I still say UCLA is not in oblivion right now.
They could head into.
They could head that way.
I could see Washington heading that way. Now, again, Washington's had good year. Obviously, the runners-up last year in college football. They had Chris Peterson had success there, but before that,
they had some oblivion.
They had some bad years. They weren't very good for quite some time.
I think what did Jimmy Lake?
Jimmy Lake didn't do very good there.
Jimmy Lake didn't do well. They really went bad under the former Notre Dame coach back in the day.
Tyrone Willingham.
Good job, Jake. I think they won.
They went 0-12. I think. What did
they had an offer in there.
An 0-12 season at Washington.
That's oblivion.
Yeah, they had it.
That's
it. I would put them ahead of USC in terms of most likely to dip into oblivion of the four newcomers to the Big Ten.
I would too. We've seen USC in oblivion too, though. I mean, but I would. I mean, I don't know.
And that job is really tough. USC is because they're expecting national championship. They've had the history. They went and got a premier coach to make a big move to leave from. That was a big thing when all of a sudden, just out of the blue, you woke up and Lincoln Riley was on his way to SC.
Well, I think he was on his way to SC because he knew Oklahoma was on its way to the SEC, and he thought, I don't need to try that. That's what a lot of people were saying, right? I don't need that. I don't need that headache. Get me into Pac-12. That's a little more manageable. It hasn't been very manageable.
Per Gus Mohawk on the text line.
Mr.
Regarding
Mohawk.
Oklahoma, we'll get back to them for a second. He says, Nebraska beat Oklahoma 69-7 in 1997, my first game, and Tom Osborne's 250th win. The band of Oklahoma was saying, put us in, coach.
69.
The band.
Yeah, it was not.
69.
It unraveled under Blake. It unraveled. Whole thing unraveled. They got it back, though. Stoops. Right?
He's the man.
Yeah. Stoops. Stoops whipped it around.
Teams with tradition can always bring it back. When you don't have any tradition, that's when it's like, okay, we're going to get back. Hold it. We mean back. You've never been there.
But am I wrong to say, if you look at the powers, the only one that's really avoided a significant swoon where it went into oblivion is Ohio State.
Ohio State. They had the 1 year with Fickle after the fire, which was
tattoo gate,
which was everything went so upside down. I wouldn't put that on. Obviously, look back and go, well, probably wasn't all on Fickle. Probably pretty good coach,
right?
Doing pretty well for himself. But they,
good point. That's a good point.
They have not.
The situation was rough.
They went undefeated the next year with sanctions on them. Urban Meyer went 12-0. Couldn't go to the postseason at all.
And there were some years. For Ohio State. I think probably Cooper era, maybe even a little bit of. Who was the guy that Bo played for? Who'd Bo play for? Earl Bruce. Yeah, they weren't like top four, top five.
More in the 8-4, 9-3.
Yeah, but they're still good.
I guess they were playing that. They're playing 11 games back then during that time.
Yeah.
So, but more in the 8 to 9 wins.
I mean, they weren't fabulous under Cooper, right?
No. He went. They did go to the Rose Bowl. They did win the Big Ten with him. Cooper went to the Rose Bowl.
Cooper wasn't bad. I mean, but it wasn't anything like they weren't. Yeah, there wasn't anything like oblivion, but it wasn't like it was under Urban, right?
When I was at Ohio State with Urban, the office I had was the emeritus office. they had an office for the coaches. Whoever was a head coach there could always come in and have an office. They could always come in. So I'd be sitting there, and all of a sudden Coop would just come in. Like, hey, Bill.
You were in that office?
In the office. That's where my office was. So all of a sudden, all these old coaches would come.
You should have said, I want my own office.
They come rolling in.
I don't need these old guys coming in disrupting my day.
It was awesome to talk to him.
Did Earl Bruce ever come in?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
but Cooper would come in.
Yeah, he would come in.
No kidding.
Come just sit and talk to him.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Earl Bruce, Cooper, is it anybody else?
Yeah. I'm trying to
Tress come in? Did you call him Tress?
Tress did not come in. I think that was things were still a little things were a little bitter at that time for the sweater. Things were a little bitter at that time, but he has been back since that time.
Yeah.
I see the same thing when Bob Devaney got set to. He was athletic director, kind of emeritus.
Yeah.
And his if you when you walked in the south, those red doors, you hung a right,
and they're
all the way down at the end. That's where his office was, and I just go down there and talk to him all the time. He'd tell me Michigan State stories and stuff. Oh, it was. I just go down there. It's like I go in. The secretary was awesome. I'm like, what's Bob doing? He goes, I don't know. Go in and see him. So I just go in and I'd go in and talk to him. I sit down for like an hour with him.
That is unbelievable.
And just sit and talk to Bob, and he'd tell me Michigan State stories and stories about like the game of the century and different
Bob
stuff.
Devaney.
Yeah, just sit there and talk. He's the nicest guy in the world.
God dang it.
I saw him drive his Cadillac right across campus. He went to the student union.
You have kind of like a rose-colored Cadillac.
What's that? I think it was.
Rose-colored.
He drove it right across campus.
Rose-colored or kind of maroonish.
Maroonish.
Yeah.
Yes, more of a maroonish Cadillac.
Sweet.
It was so
white interior, right?
I believe it was.
What a dude. What a dude.
Yeah.
Bob Devaney. Before we get to break, are you looking for a job that feels like family? For someone that could be
What
the
kind
mayor,
of family?
the mayor and the governor at the same time? Scott
Hold it.
Miller.
Yes.
Lincoln Industries. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company. They've got a passion for excellence, and they have openings on all shifts at their main plant and air park facilities. They invest in people's success, and they provide opportunities for growth and advancement. And again, Scott Miller's doing big things at Lincoln Industries.
Scott is going to climb Pikes Peak and 2 other peaks in Colorado here next month. He's doing
With
it.
several others out
Several
there.
others. He's doing
legitimate.
6 peaks, and Pikes Peak is one of them. And he's climbing. He's also going to be, so now he's an established mountain climber, along with being future governor of the state and future mayor of Lincoln. And he's also, remember, he's also hiring people. And the first week is all expense paid. It's vacations. Your pay starts so the week ahead when you get going.
He's destined to be the governor.
And what does he have, Steve? What did we talk about? He's got the chops.
He's got chops.
He's got the chops to handle this job, to be able to do everything. Imagine doing that. Also, remember the thing that probably stands out the most. What did he invent at Laszlo's?
He invented that stuff that you like to dip your French fries.
Honey mustard.
Honey mustard.
He
yeah.
invented. So they're sitting around Laszlo's one time when they're just having fries, crinkly fries, and ketchup. He goes, you know what? Hang on. He whipped into the kitchen
and
comes out about 45 minutes later. He goes, try this with your fries.
And what is it?
Honey mustard.
Okay, like
homemade.
what?
It's a creamy honey mustard
Very
too.
good. And how did he whip it up? I wonder.
What's that? He had one of those pure. What's it? There's a certain kind of mixer that he used for it. But he came in and whipped it up by himself in the back of the old Laszlo's down in the Haymarket. Remember where it used to be up the street a couple spots? Yes. That's where it used to be. That's where Scott went back there and just said, hey, everyone sit tight. Give me about 45 minutes. Fire up, throw some fries in the grease. Everything changed.
Now he's climbing Pikes Peak.
Pikes Peak that. And also his grandparents were the ones that invented voodoo chicken. The voodoo chicken on the menu.
Are you kidding me?
No, his grandparents are the ones who invented that.
Scott Miller.
Do you ever feel
big things?
Oh, yeah.
Lesser around him?
Yo, all the time.
Yeah.
He dresses so good.
Okay, of course he does.
He's got that salt and pepper hair.
You know, you know
what I'm talking about.
And probably really good skin.
Yeah, very good.
Well, that's obvious.
Tan.
Come on, that's
tan.
He went on a cruise for 2 weeks.
Oh, of course he did.
To the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I bet they loved him down there.
Well, every time they had to go through a couple rough weather like that, he also went up to the bridge. He helped man the ship. Bring it home, Scott.
Scott Miller, a man of the people at Lincoln Industries.
Yeah. I feel good when I mow my lawn.
Yeah, exactly.
And then look what
That's
he's
child's play to Scott Miller.
Yeah. He has people do it.
Voodoo chicken.
Bill's Thrills is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today.
Looking for a place to host a one-of-a-kind private game day experience for your staff or clients? Courtyard Marriott downtown is just blocks from the stadium and steps away from all the fanfare. You'll enjoy use of an entire entertainment space, including outdoor courtyard, accommodations for 250 plus guests. Party starts 3 hours before kickoff, and they'll clean up while you go and enjoy the game. Call Courtyard Marriott at 402-904-4800 for more info or to book your pregame party today. Limited dates available.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Busch's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Busch's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska. Prodigy Baseball Academy, Lincoln's premier baseball program, is excited to partner with the #1 national youth and high school program to offer a larger player development program with a national network for tournaments and recruiting. Prodigy Baseball has been nominated several years by the Lincoln Choice Awards for outstanding dedication to youth baseball. Come see the USA Prime Prodigy difference. For a full listing of tryouts and to learn more about USA Prime Prodigy, check them out on Facebook at Lincoln Prodigy Baseball or at LincolnProdigyBaseball.com. USA Prime Prodigy is excited to announce the tryouts for the upcoming season. Prodigy Baseball is where players in Lincoln go to receive player development, a competitive tournament schedule, and incredible family atmosphere. USA Prime Prodigy will be hosting tryouts July 14th through the 16th at 6 p.m. at Optimus Sports Complex for ages 7 to 14. Jalen Wordley, Caleb Clark, and Mason McConaughey from Husker Baseball will be there to sign autographs and talk to the youth. Tryouts start on July 14th at 6 p.m. Learn more at LincolnProdigyBaseball.com. The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official Kids Club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. The free JV team gets you started with a game credential. Upgrade to the $35 Lil Huskers membership for a welcome box and VIP Lil Huskers experiences. Fuel your Husker spirit. Join the Kids Club today at huskers.com/kidsclub. Go Big Red. The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Vershawn Jackson, the captain here for The Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relieved. The team at The Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium, Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay. Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yesterday, I asked Bill on the air if he'd rather go to the British Open overseas or go to the World Series at Haymarket Park. He still opted to say overseas British Open. The weather.
I want to take the weather on.
Well, they just panned to the crowd on the USA Network where they're showing this, and people look absolutely miserable out there, as you would assume, for the British Open. There was some rain, a lot of wind out there, not very warm. Perfect conditions, as you always would say at the British Open. Standard.
Imagine if that's where you live. Like
it's summer.
1 out of 10 days you get something nice.
It's like Seattle.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
How much fudge have you had today?
Quite a bit.
A lot of fudge, haven't you?
Quite a bit.
I had a sliver.
I got to start watching the sugar thing.
Why? You have no cavities. You're good to go. You've got iron teeth over there.
Yeah, but the sugar intake. I've told you guys, you can eat all the salt you want. You can eat
unlimited salt,
but you got to watch the sugar.
Okay.
You got to watch the sugar.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll do more nutrition stuff later.
Before I get to Bill's Thrills, score one.
How about animal fat?
Well, I don't know.
What are your thoughts on barbecue rubs and sausage? Sip?
Hold it. Is it score 2?
No, it's not score 3 either. It's score 1.
Score 1.
Hold it.
Look at Bill. Bill's the logo over there.
Hold it.
The logo. Barbecue rubs and sauces for both competitors and backyard grillers alike, not just for competition barbecue. Anybody can enjoy this. And he also does a lot of catering in the Holdridge area and statewide if you'd like to.
The catering I've had numerous times. That's where I whip the fat out the window, eating the New York strip, heading home.
Numerous times.
Numerous times. God, it's a feeling like that when you can just reach over and grab a bite of steak. It's not a real good travel food, but they make it easy travel food. They just and then
cut it up.
I also ate some cheesy potatoes with my fingers. So when you're driving,
Laura is a gas right
and
now.
I'm just telling you right now, that's what Chris does. It's remarkable, and the product that he uses, and you have availability to it. That's like getting on. Right. He's basically the Lee Sterling of barbecue. He gives you inside information. He's the Lee Sterling of barbecue.
You said a mouthful there.
Yeah, it's a lot right there because Lee Sterling's gonna. If you follow him, we talked about last year, you'd be up hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And he'll be on with us.
He'll be on soon like that. So if you also want to be the best griller smoker in your neighborhood, real simple. It's all available to you.
Score1smoking.com. Support the online store today. It's time for Bill's Thrills. Bill's Thrills on a Thursday. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
This is gonna be
bonanza. Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. Have you seen? I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, as always, Bill's Thrills sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Call them at 402-730-7387 for a free consultation to plan your financial future today. Is it a cool parenting tips Thursday today, Bill?
It's a cool parenting tips today.
I like that.
Yes, it is. The flip is
There's
on.
the flip. You see the flip? That was a
Cool
good flip.
parenting tips.
And the glasses went on.
The dream team is the tree team. The dream team is the tree team. You have outdoor services, your lawn, your fertilizer, all that. Nothing compares to the tree team. Pull over with your kids when you see the tree and branch removal team when they come into the neighborhood. It's the most remarkable thing. I always stop and talk to them. I spend time. I did it the other day.
Saw Blue Hawks yesterday.
So all of a sudden we're walking out here, about 3 blocks away. I'm like, that's a chipper. That's a chipper.
He knows the sound.
I'm heading down there I get down there, and this is the normal. So I always stop and talk to him. There's 6 people. One guy's up there. He's got 6 ropes hanging down. He's up there with the chainsaw, And they have like this system how they swing the branches down.
Yeah.
And it's just incredible to watch them how they do it. And then the fun hits. There's a couple guys when they grab a hold of the big chunks of limbs and stuff and send it through the chipper. That is the most astounding sound and feeling. Get your kids involved. They'll let you. You stop, get out, get your kids. They'll let you rifle some stuff through the chipper.
The tree team is the dream team. The tree team
is the dream team.
You hooked me. You do a good job on headlines.
When you get
hooked me.
When you get a chance to stop and watch that unit, when they show up in your neighborhood and they start going, it is also 2 of the guys had a little bit of downtime. They had these big logs. They were doing chest presses. They were hand to God. They were working out.
You would have done the same thing.
I would have done the same thing. It's like my band workout.
Yeah.
So they're waiting. They're doing chest presses with chest press with logs, and then all of a sudden just rifling it through the chipper.
Get a little workout in.
I would say that the chipper that these guys had, it was the A1. It was incredible how it shredded through that. And I'm telling you right now, if you stop and talk to them, and just get the kids out, they'll let you get a branch. They'll let you with caution. Fire went through.
In Jake's neighborhood yesterday, Blue Ox. My accountant was over there. My accountant, right down the street from my accountant, was the Blue Ox team that was doing what you're doing, and it was a team.
Yeah, it's a team. There were 6 of them.
What do you call it? The tree team.
The dream team is the tree team. When they show up in your neighborhood, life's about to get good.
Yeah,
life's going to get really good. And
you would have been mesmerized by this because they had their trucks all up and down the street.
Was there ropes hanging out of the trees?
I did not see that. I didn't walk.
And they know how they can cut them and then just swing down.
Yeah,
it's an art.
Yeah,
you don't just see them going like heads up.
No, it's not anybody can do it.
No, it's not that. And things fall. Oh man, we hit the dude's car.
Whoops.
Nope. They're in.
Oh, took out the rose bud petal or rose tree. We took out the rose tree.
Say that again.
I know. Rose bush. We took out the rose bush.
Took out all the rose petals.
You have to tell the lady that you took out a rose bush.
Yeah, it's not good.
No,
not good.
The tree team is the dream team.
Yes.
Good head.
How many guys usually? You said 6?
There was 6.
6.
And
there could be a lot of them.
And then
they
they did single arm ones also. They had the 2 logs and they was doing this for fitness. In between, then all of a sudden just firing it through. When they got a hold of that big one, you could see their face. That thing was like, wow! Into the chipper. Oh, I'd love to.
I think those guys are busy.
You can't get a hold of them. I mean, right now, if you want to say, I need some branches taken down, that'd be great. We'll be there. See you at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was just going to say November.
They're booked up. And then you get weather at all. When all of a sudden some things snap off, then they're completely booked up. But these guys are serious.
Go get a job right now. If you need one, you can go get a job.
100. Because the chipper person probably down there, the dude that goes up with the chainsaw, that's the guy.
I know.
He's the big toe.
No, I know.
He's the guy that's like, listen, I run this up here. Then who has the ropes hung and everything. But I've never not stopped. I always stop and I'm mesmerized by him. And
I need to do that.
I stop and talk to him. I ask him questions about what's going down.
I need to do that. I've had work done, but I didn't really watch it.
Oh, it's something to see.
From the text line, Sanderson chimes in saying, when I worked for the county, tree day with the chipper was so much fun. That sucker is no joke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's real.
Fargo. If you watch the movie Fargo, you'd see there was no joke.
Yeah.
When they stuck a person in there.
Wasn't the person frozen? Oh, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
don't put a person in.
Yeah, not a leg.
Yeah, not like anything else.
Yeah, people want to see the video of the team working out in the middle of the tree.
It was incredible.
I'd like to see that too.
And the guy was
just
doing
drive by and see him pushing up logs.
Then they're doing like the they just get the logs about this long. The guy be in great shape. They're hustling around too. And they sweep it all up. They sweep up the some of the sawdust and stuff. They sweep it up, but the chipper just works magic.
Most of the dudes cut off their sleeves.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Flexing.
I got a friend that does tree removal.
Do you?
Yeah.
Seth?
No, not Seth. Seth cannot do that. He claims he could, but he couldn't.
It's a skill set.
You should see it at the gym. They're like doing fingertip training. Like they're trying to
really.
Yeah, they're not like doing curls with their arm. They're doing like, how can I make my fingers stronger?
Really?
To grip the tree.
Yeah.
And climb.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't be an easy job.
No, it's nothing about it. It's incredible.
Yeah. You're in the heat. Or you're in the elements, whatever.
The dream team is the tree team.
Wow.
So when they roll into your neighborhood, stop with the kids.
Stop and watch.
And
they'll roll in.
You'll see them today. Mark your just tomorrow. check it out. And talk
Fascinating.
to
It's
us.
fascinating you did this because it was really interesting to me how big their presence was in that neighborhood. It is close to Jake's neighborhood yesterday.
I
It
can't
was a
imagine
big presence.
I can't imagine the business they get. Just 'cause I imagine they're out there doing a tree or whatever they're doing. Someone's going like, "Hang on, I'm going to walk over there. I need him to come to my yard too. I need this to come over here."
That's good to say. That's good advertising. Jake would understand that.
We like advertising.
You do advertising.
He's an advertiser.
That is Bill's Thrill, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. Let's play the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe.
In.
The record is 2-1 on the week. You lost Monday, but you won the last 2 games.
Yes.
This is a clinch a winning week by Friday once again. Today, I know it's about football season, but Fred Hoiberg talked this week. So we're going to Nebraska basketball of the past here.
This is all
random.
Random. Nebraska ball's leading scorers all time.
Okay.
By season.
Okay, Bill, you'll be better at this than you think.
No, I have no idea.
I think we have a chance to go 4 for 4 today.
You follow Nebraska sports.
I was gone. I didn't follow it real close when
you
I was
were-
growing up. I watched a bunch, but then when I was gone, there wasn't a lot of time where I was coaching, and all of a sudden, the Nebraska hoops was available on TV.
No,
Let's see how the callers know for Nebraska
fine.
basketball. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Dick Down Sip and Bill and trivia. Nebraska ball leading scorers all time by season. You feel okay about this? Bill does not?
Yeah, I feel okay.
Okay, let's see how our caller Nate feels. Nate, how do you feel about Nebraska basketball all time leading scorers? Are you there, Nate?
Yep.
Okay. He must feel okay about this. Bill's a lifeline.
Not super confident.
Okay, not confident. Bill's a lifeline for SIP for one question as always. Nate, first question goes to you. What center from Chicago led Nebraska in scoring in the 1979-80 season with 19.4 points per game?
Hoppin?
Is it Dave Hoppin?
Okay, a center from Chicago
in the 79-80 season, 19.4 points per game. Yes, from Chicago.
Let me think about this. Carl McPike.
I wrote it down too. That's what I said.
Well,
you tried to steal.
The answer was Andre Smith.
Oh, yep.
Sure about
I had McPike.
I'm sure.
That's who I thought it was.
Andre Smith. -1 to you.
Oh, we're in trouble.
He's one of my all-time favorite players, Andre Smith.
Well, I
thought it was a little later.
Nope, 79-80. Sorry. 0 to -1.
All right, we're in a hole.
First
Yeah.
question to tie it up here. Get back to 0. What forward from Alabama led Nebraska in scoring in the 99-2000 season with 13 points per
You
game?
covered it, Steve.
Larry Florence.
All right.
Brilliant.
We're back to a 0-0 tie.
Okay.
Larry Florence is correct. Nate, to you for the last question for the lead. What freshman guard from Florida led Nebraska in scoring in the 2004-05 season with 15.5 points per game?
What season?
This is the 04-05 season. A freshman guard from Florida. Nate, who was that?
Do I have to take this one?
Yeah, it's your question.
Cookie Miller.
Cookie Miller. No.
Okay, this
Similar
is
time frames.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
have to do this.
You don't have to take it.
Hold on now. From Florida, 15.6.
He's a freshman.
He's a freshman. He's a bigger guard, I think.
You gonna take it or not?
I mean,
You've already gone.
I swear to God, I saw him at Dairy Queen twice and thought he shouldn't be here.
You don't have to take it.
I'm not going to take it. Tell me it's not Joe McRae.
It was Joe McRae.
God, I was going to tell you to do it too. Why not?
Well,
Be
it's a
aggressive.
0-0 tie.
Yeah.
He could shoot it and he could eat.
He lasted, what, 2 years here? I think that was it.
Yeah.
And
he was good. He was good.
he
though.
was very good as
He
freshman
could
year.
really shoot.
For the win, Bills in play here,
dang it,
0-0
Bill.
tie.
That's not good.
Last question. What guard from Utah led Nebraska in scoring in the 94-95 season with 17.5 points per game?
Yeah, Jerome Boone. Brilliant. Good job. How'd you know that?
I knew that.
Jerron Boone is correct. That's
3-1.
That's a winning week. A loss on Monday and 3 straight wins after that.
Climbed out of the hole.
Nate, nice try. We'll get you big on the coffee and calling down the road.
Climbed out of the hole.
All right, tiebreaker, Bill, for you. How many seasons has Nebraska's top rebounder averaged 10-plus rebounds per game for the season?
Wait a second. Say that again.
Okay, how many times has Nebraska's top rebounder averaged 10-plus rebounds per game for the season? Dating back to 1952.
Yeah, you guys can say, where are we going back to?
52.
Average 10.
10-plus.
46.
Oh, way under. I mean, like, I would think 5.
5.
I mean,
7. It's not a billion.
I don't even know what to say.
Here's your names: Bill Johnson, Rex Exwall twice, Leroy Chalk, Chuck Jura, Benson Hamilton, and Alex Marge have done it. 7. 6 is way up.
46 is high. It's a high number for that.
Maybe at Duke they had that, but not in Nebraska.
Not Duke either. Nowhere did they have that.
You know what?
I thought you said 8 rebounds.
That would be different. That would be 20.
Congrats. Still a win no matter what.
Yeah, it's a win. It's a win,
Yeah.
Bill.
When we come back, the spillover on early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Abby with Midwest Bank. Stop by our new location at 70th and Pioneers. Our new full-service branch does it all. From our friendly staff to our easy online banking and mobile app, you get all the technology of a big bank that you need, but you still get the hometown customer service that you want. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical. Team up with Action and install a new Bradford white water heater in your home. And if we win the conference championship this season, you'll get a full refund. Don't fumble this opportunity. Sack your old water heater this season and score big with Action. Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bure's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bure's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska. Husker fans, get ready for another thrilling season at Hibner Stadium with the reigning Big Ten champion Nebraska soccer team. Season tickets for the 2024 season are on sale now. Don't miss your chance to support the Huskers as they go head-to-head with some of the top teams in the country, including Oklahoma State, Penn State, and Duke. Get your tickets today at huskers.com/tickets or call 1-800-8-BIG-RED.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere sprayer during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Leverage the industry's latest technology with See & Spray to target weeds in season in corn and soybeans and use less herbicide per acre. Utilize Exact Apply to save in chemical usage and prevent over-application. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Contact your local Landmark location for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
We have 2 boys, so we needed more space. We lived in a townhouse, so we decided to build.
Casey Bowman and her husband Joe built their first home with us. This is Bob Benish of Aspen Builders. Working with the Bowmans was fantastic.
After the first meeting, we really liked them as people.
I was really skeptical about the whole building process, more so than Joe was. But they explained everything before it happened. If there were problems or issues along the way, they called and explained everything. They just really helped ease my mind.
They were really good about giving us options as far as what fit in the budget, what didn't fit in the budget. They have a designer, Rachel.
She was amazing. She was very helpful in making sure that our house turned out good. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change the lot. I wouldn't change colors. I love everything about it. Everything. It's perfect for us.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Is it time to replace your AC? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important, though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call for a free estimate. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover. Just me and Sip today in the spillover. Short crew today.
Where's everybody?
I don't know. I think AD is up in Homer playing Landman golf today.
What does that mean?
Exactly. It's a golf course. It's called Landman. Landman. Landman.
Okay.
I played that mid-June. Wonderful course.
You've played every course.
Not true. I'd like to play Sand Hills sometime.
Okay.
Or Dismal River. I played Prairie Club up in Valentine, but I'd like to play Sand Hills.
Where's Raph?
Raph might be golfing too. I have no idea where the guys are at. That's the beauty of the show. You never know if they're here or not.
All right, but we're here.
We're here.
I was going to, now don't take this personally. I was going to address something.
Well, why is that personal?
We're talking about UCLA.
Okay.
And I think we have, me, you, everybody, we have to be careful when we talk about these teams in sort of a disparaging way. UCLA was 8-5 last year, my friend. Yeah, they were 8-5.
Their coach left them to be a coordinator. That's why I mean about oblivion. Yeah, it was a fine season.
No. They're not in oblivion.
What if Nebraska had their head coach willingly leave to become a coordinator somewhere?
What if Nebraska went 8-5 and beat Boise State in a bowl game? We'd feel pretty good, right? We wouldn't be talking about them in oblivion.
We'd be weirded out about the coach not being fired, but willingly leaving to be a coordinator. Yeah, that speaks
true.
to me oblivion. Yes, they had a fine season.
Are you speaking about the potential for oblivion?
Yeah, that also. Yes,
yeah, the potential.
Who talks about UCLA football? I mean, I know Nebraska's again. We're in a rough time right now. Maybe coming out of the time, you never know. But people at least talk about Nebraska and say what's wrong with it. They don't even talk about UCLA and say what's the deal with them.
Jake, I think we're not in alignment on this one. I don't think we're way out of alignment. I don't think that the tire on the left side is balding, but I think we're misaligned. I don't see them. And I think Deshaun Foster would say, hey, we got some dudes. And I think we got to be careful about saying UCLA's headed toward oblivion. They're also headed toward Lincoln in November. And I don't regard that as an easy game.
Someone said it's the most important game of the season for Nebraska.
Yeah.
Conference.
Because it's after Ohio State.
It kicks off November, which has been a rough month for Nebraska. They went 0-4 last year in November.
I think when you go to the game and watch UCLA in warm-ups, you'll say, oh, boy, yeah, we're going to have our hands full. There's still a big-time program. It's still a big-time program, Jake. This is not – all these teams that we talk about, that we talk about kind of – we still do this as Nebraska fans. We talk about like Purdue kind of disparagingly, including myself. They beat Nebraska regularly.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, they when they come out of the tunnel, you say, okay, they're going to be a handful. Do you remember the defensive ends that Purdue had last year?
They've had some, last year and recently.
I would say to anybody, not just you, talk to Heinrich Harburg about Purdue and see what he says about their defense. They nearly killed him. Okay. I felt for Heinrich Harburg in that game. He was getting hammered by that defense. So, no, I mean, I think all I'm saying, Jake, is I think we got to be cautious about talking about teams that way. Oh, yeah, UCLA's headed towards oblivion, because I can hear Bruins fans in my other ear saying, wait a second, what are you talking about, Nebraska guy? We were 8-5 last year. What were you? We beat Boise State in the bowl. What'd you do? Right?
That's fair.
And they're going to come out of the tunnel with dudes.
That'd be a proper thing for them to fire back with.
Yeah. You're not going to see a team come out of the tunnel where you go, oh, God, they don't look like much. No, they'll look like much.
My point was that nobody talks about UCLA, and I think that's going to be the trend going forward even more so.
I wonder.
There's 18 teams in the conference. Whoever cares about UCLA?
But you could say that about almost 13 of the teams.
But 4 teams are new, though. There's reason to talk about them, and no one's talking about UCLA. Like, okay,
not really.
There's reason to talk about Washington, runners-up in college football.
Right.
Oregon has all the money in the world, and they're very good.
Yeah, they're very good.
USC has Lincoln Riley. I mean, it's still a brand.
Right.
No one talks about UCLA.
Can't name any players.
And that's not going to change.
Oh, now that's where we are misaligned. That's where we're misaligned. And I think if Bill was in here, he'd say the same thing. UCLA is the type of program, if it can swing back. I don't even know. I don't want to say swing back, though. They just won 8 games. I give UCLA a little more.
Coach left to be an offensive coordinator.
I know, but it was getting hot for him. He was on the run. I mean, he was looking to get out before they got him. Okay.
Deshaun Foster's never been a head coach before.
I understand who Deshaun Foster is. But and you keep saying that about Chip Kelly, that he stepped out of there to be an OC. Yeah, he stepped out because he was going to get whacked. Maybe
just
not.
Won 8 games. You just said they had a good
maybe
season.
Not this year, but he was on a hot seat. Well, yeah. Well, 8's not enough at a program like UCLA because it's been a good program.
Agree to disagree. They're going down. They'll be a team. In 5 years, you won't even think about UCLA.
Ooh,
as a football program.
I'm just not prepared to say that.
Well, I'll say it for you then.
I would prefer you not say it for me.
I speak for the people. Come on, you know that. That's it for us. The Drive with Raf, AD, and Amon Green is next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I am Jake Sorensen. We will see you tomorrow.
Vershawn Jackson, the captain here for The Body Shop. And man, did they